Hello, everyone. This is a video I really don't want to make because I don't want it to come off as like begging for attention, subs, and views and shit. But I I don't really know how else to really express my honesty on this subject because I've talked about it before on live streams, and as much as yes, you should enjoy doing this. The thing is, I enjoy people knowing, like, finding stuff they never heard of and enjoying it and things. And in the old days, before the algorithm and the great exodus, where they kicked out like 99% of the people from the YouTube Partner Program, like, I did fine. Like, I'd get like 200, 500 views on a lot of stuff, and I was fine with that. I'd get comments, I'd get engagement with people and that, and I liked it that. And like, I see people sometimes on Twitter, several people I follow who have tons of subs and views and shit, and like, it's so weird seeing someone complain on Twitter, be like, "Oh, my latest video did awful. It only had 20,000 views. Man, that's oh man, poor you. 20,000 views. Oh, wow, the algorithm's really screwing you over, and having to be like, oh, the algorithm's screwing us over, guys. You gotta sub and like more, man. Sub and like more. Look at those thousands of views I'm getting now. And I don't want this to come off as being jealous of shit, but it just feels like the majority of the time YouTube is just fucking over. Like, so, like, if anyone knows, like, those who watch or keep an eye on it, like, the last proper titled review was Silent the House, and after that, I tried a suggestion. Some people recommended, basically, I get you want to be all nice and professional looking and proper, but maybe you need to have like a more eye-catching title. So after that, I did try that. So this one, oddly enough, got a lot of views, but then it just stonewalled, stopped, and that's something that's been very common with a lot of videos. Whether they get actually reach a whole bunch or get Zippo, they just, like, it's like they'll and boom, it's gone. It's like it doesn't exist anymore. Like the drunken hobo one didn't do well, and I was really disappointed in the romancing saga one. 2 views. 2 views on all that editing and everything. Just 2 views. Like, you can criticize my editing on whether it's really good or really bad, low effort or very high. But the point is, I take time still to edit my reviews together and stuff. And I feel like, compared to a lot of my old stuff, I've put a lot more work into them than I used to. I meant, like, I had a lot of older ones that didn't get as much editing because I didn't have as much free time to do it, and now that I can actually do it while I'm at work, it gives me a lot of time to work on them more than I used to. And it's just disheartening when I see things, they just barely get any views a lot of the time. Like, I mean, almost my floor got 4 views. 4 views. That's all it got was 4. Like, it's so disheartening. And, like, I don't want to do, like, dishonest shit. Like, there was, like, this guy named, like, I think it was, like, Cake or that. He just opened his dream video game store. And that's awesome and everything. Don't get me wrong. But he's, like, making such dishonest titled shit. Like, his newest videos, like, I'm losing money and shit. And, like, you watch the video and everything's fine. He's happy and he's getting great deals both ways and shit, and talking about his success of his store. But the entire title and thumbnail is a lie and misleading. And it's sad people have to do that to actually get views. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And this isn't even necessarily like I'm trying to become super famous kind of thing. I just don't want to be buried is all. Like, you look at this shit and it's like, how has no one for months not, like, it just feels hard to believe nobody could find this like in a fail system. The algorithm shit is just garbage, and it's disheartening with you. Like, I was so like in love with this game. This game is so magical to me. It's like one of the few modern games that I feel so like spiritually connected to, and I feel I wanted to make that a point in my review, and 24 views, and then just gone. Like, no one's fucking seeing it all. Put a lot of time in Persona Q. It's just, I don't know. Like, it just feels like YouTube is just against content creators. And now you got these AI slop things you gotta deal with all way. Like, this all way a gigantic RPG AI fucking channel that steals everyone's footage and then fucking farts out a dozen videos constantly, and it's getting a bajillion videos, and it's so disheartening because, like, at least I like to think I'm passionate about games and shit. I mean, maybe your opinion's different on it, and that's fine, but I like to think I'm very passionate about this space, and it just kind of disheartening. People would rather watch some soulless fucking AI shit that may not even be accurate. Like, I don't know about you, but like, I've seen a lot of the AI shit make pretty horrible mistakes on shit, and that's not good. And you're relying on a channel that's like Feeling Hunger. That was another game I really liked, and I'm happy it did actually get to 100. So a few people got to at least be aware of that. So I'm happy that. And this is the kind of stuff I want to spread awareness of. Is these niche, interesting games. Like, this is logistically a crazy survival horror game that's an RPG, and it's like a really awesome game. It deserves way more recognition, in my opinion. But, like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong at this point. Like, sometimes I'll get lucky on a few things and they might get up there, and other things just fucking. And, like, it just feels like it keeps getting worse and worse every year. Like, you'll see a few here that have a few hundred here and there, but then it's like, I just don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know what to do anymore. It just feels like everything is just destined to fail. I have no idea how Shadow Man got that many, though, honestly. That last time I looked at that was not doing well, so that somehow that got caught up actually in the algorithm or something. That somehow got snagged, but as you can see, it pretty much stonewalled, like, views and shit on stuff, unless it's like a really high topic. Like, this is probably one of the highest view things I've had in a long time, and this is for last year, and I'm happy it did, because it's a very important topic. Like, the topic of the whole thing of trying to stop companies ending live services in a way that you can't do anything about it. It was an important subject matter to me, so I'm glad a lot of people got eyes on that and stuff. But unless it's something like that, it just kind of doesn't really get a lot of attention a lot of times. It just, like I said, it's just a lot of times it's just fucking lucky if it even gets noticed. But a few things like Higurashi got some attention, which, to be honest, probably says a lot about the fact that, being a game that spanned several years before it finished, that people still actually look up stuff about that. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of shit. Hell, this when I got Golem and fucking Dan started voting up Golem. It's disheartening. I spend time in making it, and I want to be very clear. I'm not blaming any of you. I adore that all you subscribe to me, and any of you try to keep track of my videos and stuff. YouTube's like nature of how it's done its content these days is so different now. Like you used to have like subscribes used to matter, but like it's not your first page going to YouTube. It's a separate thing to click, and even it's pretty disorganized mess every time I look at it a lot of times. It wants you to look at the recommended and click recommended and be part of the algorithm and shit. And it's terrible how all of it's done. And looking up shit's just fucking awful. Finding things. Sometimes it'll show you shit. Other times it's just like, oh yeah, that's, I don't know. And you know, I feel like, because, like, I remember one time I looked up something, I couldn't get show up at all, and then that time it would. And it feels like the algorithm, whatever your little file cabinet of your version of the algorithm, it's adjusting to you. And I mean, that is technically what the algorithm is supposed to be doing. It is supposed to be adjusting to you, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just annoying. I've been doing this for like 12 years, and it's just sad to find a lot of games and stuff. Like, doing this isn't easy at all anymore. Also, don't pay attention to that. Don't look that up. That doesn't exist. Anyway, but it's gotten disheartening trying to do reviews. I mean, you put a review out, and like, again, I'm not expecting it to get billions and millions of views, but it's like old video. Like, how are old videos not getting found other than the system just fucking not showing it at all? Like it's annoying. Like, it's very hard, and somehow like this, I'm pretty sure this ever only got found any was just because it's a mobile gacha game, and I imagine reviews for this particular thing is not a very common thing, so it probably kind of stood out of it. But yeah, like overall, I don't really get any real fucking views and stuff. Like, it's just very non-existent in here. Like, this was a fun little indie game, and like, you know, I did it for Christmas because it actually takes place during Christmas. 15 views, and it's entire life. Like, I don't get it. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing wrong at this point, other than not selling my soul to the devil and fucking lying and begging. Like, I conceded to do, like, say, like, please like the video if you learn something new, and dislike the video if you didn't learn anything at all, as like a compromise to that, because I like to think you all have like some kind of intelligence, you know. I don't think you're zombies. I don't think you're stupid. I think you know what you're doing and stuff. I don't want to treat you like fucking garbage. It just feels like you constantly see people doing the worst things, terrible actions, stealing people's content, AI slop, fucking acting like a jackass in the middle of fucking Japan. Like, it's like being a terrible person is like the only way to get fucking anything anymore if you want always a gigantically established person. And, you know, I've said, like, a long time ago, Dan tried to do a channel, and I don't remember how long he did it. I don't remember it being super long, but I remember he said he gave up because, like, he just couldn't get one. And, you know, I say the same thing I say there. Like, I feel so bad for anyone who wants to try and do any of this shit at this point, because, I mean, I've had my channel for, like, 12 years, and, you know, there's obviously a lot of the longer people, like the Angry Video Game Nerd and shit, who exist way longer than that. Like, it's starting out now against pre-established stuff that already exists, and like AI slop, thieves, and fucking shit taking down your videos and stuff. It's just, It's all fucking convoluted fucking mess at this point. And it's just, like I said, it's just disheartening. You put a video out and, like, you can't get anyone to, like, see it a lot of times. I was happy, like, for, like, Elden Ring. I honestly thought, because usually it's really bizarro, barely heard of games that I sometimes will get lucky to fucking get some hits. I was actually really happy and surprised that many people checked out my Elden Ring review, especially considering how fucking long it was. That is probably my longest fucking individual game review I ever done on my channel, and that's just because Elden Ring is such a gigantic fucking game. I had so much shit to talk about, in my opinion. I know I ramble a lot. But that's a minority a lot of times. A lot of times, just a lot of these fucking games don't get picked up a lot. I don't get a lot of fucking hits a lot of times. And, like, they just kind of... They just all drown. And, like, this was back with COVID, I believe, with a lot of this stuff. I was surprised by that one, too. It's not that, like, I don't get a hit once in a while. It's just... very inconsistent, and like a lot of my views and shit aren't like subscribers either, sadly. Like if I go to content, like, you know, like you'll see a spike, but you wanna know where that spike's from? The spike is from shorts. I started doing shorts at some point with the game night events at like VRD, and sometimes with a few skit things, like the special milk latte joke that I've kept going here and now. But yeah, like shorts are what make the primary amount of my views on my main channel, which is kind of sad because these are just really mainly just in the moment haha things sometimes, and like there's no real rhyme or reason to the success. Like shorts is about doom scrolling. You don't really look up shorts. You just go to the shorts and just scroll through it and watch the ones you want and go past the ones that aren't interesting. And like that's how all this fucking works. It's just fucking gambling essentially. It's just fucking roulette. You dump videos of shorts and maybe they get picked up and maybe they don't. Whether they're good or bad. I mean, honestly, I've seen more of ones that I don't think are as funny getting lots more than ones that I think are funnier. So it feels very fucking all over the place. I mean, see, like, there's ones that fucking didn't get a lot at all. It's just... And... it sadly makes up a lot of my, like, channel's views a lot of times. It's where, and for some reason, Dungeon Explorer Warriors of the Ancient Arts for the DS. I don't know how the fuck that keeps getting looked up so much. Who is looking at, seriously, who is looking up this game? I did this in 2021. Who's looking up this game? It's not a really good game. Why are you looking it up? Anyway. Anyway. And I mean, it took me forever to get into the 1,000 bracket. For a long time, I was kind of like, I think I was at like 890 for like a few years. Like I kept only going up a little and down a little, back and forth on that. And then I started getting subs again because of shorts. Shorts started again, like bringing in subs, subscribers, not Twitch subs, but like subscriber subs, baby. But and that's, well, like, a lot, and that's not to say I don't get any off of like, normal stuff for that, but, like, let's see, if you look at audience by watch behavior, the majority of people are new viewers, my regular viewers, like, and again, I'm not trying to blame subs or any subscribers or anything here, but, like, as you can see, like, there's a huge difference on the amount of people who are watching from my subscriber base to those who aren't subscribed. And like I said, a lot of that is coming from the shorts, to be fair on one hand. But I remember when I used to have a lot of foreign territory on there too, actually. I used to have a lot more European countries that watched me. Yeah, look at all that mobile. That's probably just mainly shorts, will probably. Oof. TV is kind of interesting now. But, yeah, it's just... I blame how YouTube does all its Italian system and shit. Like, how it lets you find videos and shit is just so garbage. And it used to be really bad. Because used to, if you looked up my username, like, it would look up Atticus and not Atticus MJ and have a thing say, you sure you want to look up Atticus MJ? And you had to do, like, a click. And I don't know if that's something that, like, it eventually stopped doing, or if that's just doing that on my end. I don't know. And this was all back during the COVID shit, when I was doing, like, updates every month, because, like, my time to fucking stream and shit was just fucking all over the place. Oh, man. It was only in 2001, and it feels like forever ago. But, and I put some time in my Little Nightmares review, because in one of the whale moments, I was reviewing two different versions, the Switch and PS4 version, a very unique moment that I don't usually get to do very often. But, yeah, I mean, as you can see, like, a lot of old videos, they just, with the games, obviously the updates I don't expect to really pick up, but, like, just the games, they just, like, into the fucking ether, like, no one, like, fucking, for some reason, that one did really, really good, even though the individual portions of it, that just talked about the unique content of the Unite. So I was happy this one got to 100 of that, but yeah, it's just a lot of times it just feels really stagnating. It's stagnating, that like everything is just like going downhill. It's just like, what the fuck? I don't know what is like even going on anymore, you know. It's just, and I don't know how this one got this high of that. Oh, also, if you're looking at that was just a joke meme. I know somebody's probably going to point out, it's like, why is that one called Bounce? that one was making fun of someone sitting on a yoga ball. that was a joke on that. Get your minds out of the gutter. I'm just fixing you now. Anyway. This one, I was really surprised. Like, for a good while, this one actually kept going up. It's definitely one of the more bizarro cases of a very unknown game getting a number of fucking hits and even comments and stuff. But, yeah, like, a lot of times... Oh, that was a parody of, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. It just feels like a lot of times... that the things are just buried. I don't know what to do anymore on here. I feel like I tried everything. Like, I tried having more like interestingly titles to be more eye-grabbing. It was a suggestion, and like, for some reason, this one kicked off, but the other ones, I was really sad that Romancing Saga 2, like, 2 views. 2 views. I put a lot, I feel like I put a lot of work into that review, and I only got 2 views, and it got, like, literally not put anywhere at all. It's just, like, immediately just, it's a real shame, too, because Romancing Saga 2 was really good in my opinion. I think a lot of people should definitely check. Like, I know Saga games are like all over the place and different mechanics and stuff. I definitely recommend checking out that one. That one is a really good entry. It's a really good entry. But yeah, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I've tried some bizarro titles and it only really went okay with 2 of them. I don't know why it worked with this one, or if it just got lucky or something. And I was happy about this one. Waging Bites was a pretty fun little little JRPG. I had fun with that one, so I'm glad some people got to see that one too. But the majority of the time, it just feels like a lot of times they're just shot in the water and buried under the door. And I really don't know what to do. It's disheartening to put time into it and not get what I like out of it, which is the interaction with people and stuff. You know, if nobody sees it, then nobody interacts with it. You get what I mean? I'm not expecting every single thing to be a hit, but like, I'm sure you can look at the numbers and see that there's way more duds than a few successes. And I gotta say, if you're one of those people that get thousands of fucking views on your video and you consider that failure, like, don't share that, because you make a lot of us feel really fucking awful when you do that. Because then it puts in our heads that, like, we're just automatically failures no matter what. At least I feel like some people suffer that. Again, like I said, I'm not looking to be, like, super famous or anything. I miss the engagement. It's so rare. You can see so little engagement. And again, I'm not blaming any subscribers. This is all YouTube's fault. Like, YouTube turned into this fucking garbage. Now they're just supporting all this AI garbage. Like, I keep seeing, like, I don't know if anyone browses Twitter here, but, like, you see those stupid videos of policemen arresting cats stealing, like, fish and meat and shit? Those are all AI generated. Those are all fake. And they're, like, getting bajillions of views. Like, all this engagement with garbage. Like, it's just... Oh, in fact, some people actually believe the shit's even real. It's just fucking mind-numbing. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm glad some important subjects, like stuff like this, at least get some people to be aware of that stuff, and I'm glad I can at least do that. But it just sucks that what I like doing, getting the reviews and showing interesting, bizarre, and maybe some noteworthy and occasionally bad games off in, like, I've been very disencouraged to do reviews a lot lately. And it's just, I sometimes wonder, should I just stick to just streaming games and just drop reviewing? Like, I've thought about that. Like, drop that and maybe just talk about game industry things, you know, stuff like the Game Pass and things, you know, just talk about stuff like that, or things like this and that. Because, like, I put a lot of time into it, and YouTube just wants to bury it. Now, something I am trying, there's this other site called Odyssey that I heard about. Now, this apparently has existed for a while, so this isn't a new website, but it is another video sharing site, and it's been okay. I've been uploading my old stuff. It's only been around for about a week and a half. Got 57 followers, so not too bad. Views aren't like super high, and I've only gotten one comment so far, so engagement's a little bit low. But you know, starting off new though, so maybe it'll pick up a little bit. I see. I do like it lets you put a GIF there though. But what I do like is the fact that they do advertise smaller channels. This changes every few days to different channels, and you can click them, and there'll be a lot of times really small channels, some big ones, but like, that's nice that they try to give, you know, some channels some advertisement on there. And then you can click here, and on trending sometimes, like, you can scroll down and see stuff trending. I've seen a few of my videos show up on trending. And then there's also a tab for new, so you can do that, and you can actually see the new videos that got put up, and you can see I put up 3 of my older videos that are live though and stuff. So I've been messing with Odyssey a little bit in that. It's okay. I don't really have a problem with it and stuff. I have also tested one live stream on it. I would restream to it, but apparently you have to do it as a separate special link thing, and WeStream charges you money for that. So sadly, that isn't an option to do WeStream with it. Sadly, which is a bit of a shame. But otherwise, it's been okay, a little side thing. And since, you know, Twitch put a limit on the amount of video content you can have on it, I had to mass delete. Like, I spent years putting all my shit on Twitch, and then I had to basically delete 99% of everything I spent fucking years uploading onto Twitch. Fucking pieces of shit. I don't know if I'm gonna go that far with Odyssey, but I'm gonna mess with it here and there a little bit, mainly with reviews at the moment. But I might start putting some Let's Plays on there potentially. But yeah, it's just kind of a backup thing at the moment. It's nice to have a backup thing. Like I said, that's what I was doing with Twitch in that regard. But yeah, we had to delete everything now, so. But yeah, I don't know if I should we continue doing reviews of that. I would love to hear you guys' opinions, thoughts, and stuff on this. Like, I mean, again, I don't want this to come off as like some sympathy or begging for attention or that, but I also want to be honest to you all, because I have been getting disheartened and not really sure if I want to continue. Because, I mean, I've been doing this for 12 years, and like half of that time was very enjoyable and everything, but it's just bit like I said, ever since the big exodus moment in YouTube and introducing the algorithm system, it's just feels like it's been a struggling fight to even be acknowledged a lot of times, and that's really disheartening to small creators and anyone just wanting to interact with anyone. It's just really disheartening. And I don't know if I want to spend the time, like, because, you know, I have a massive collection, and I could just probably be spending that time just playing more games, honestly. That's the sad truth of it. I could just be playing more of my games instead of spending time making reviews that, like, probably 9 or 8 out of 10 times just basically don't get noticed at all. So I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on the matter of that, but another thing is I could go back to just making quick reviews like a long time ago, where I just would just do a quick little blabby video of that instead of a lot of editing and stuff, and but I don't feel like that would be as good personally of that, but I don't know. Do you feel like my channel's like lost the magic? Like, for those who have been subscribed here, do you feel like it's lost the magic of what you like to hear or that? Did it become redundant? Like, I'd love some feedback on what you the viewer think, because I don't know. I'm just continuously disencouraged a lot of times to want to do anything. And I really don't know what to do going forward. So anyway, thank you for your time, and you know, I'll try to keep trucking through. Like, I don't really want to stop, but at the same time, like I said, it just, I guess what I'm saying is, it just, I'm worried that I'm just wasting my time at this point, I guess, you know? It's not like I'm getting any younger, you know what I mean?